Purge.
Alright, so I'm gonna just walk y'all through what I got going on with the nitrous. Hopefully this helps somebody. I think it will. I mean, I wish I had this video to help me, but I didn't. So, like I said in previous videos, normally I turn this thing in, Lee does his magic, and it's all good. But he's been busy on my other stuff, so I figured rather than worst case scenario, I can try it. I figure it out, then it's good, and then I can save money, and he's still working on the bigger Busa. So, real quickly, all right, so how I got my system set up is set up on a relay. Well, the nitrous solenoid is set up with a relay. So, let me go through each wire, so that way, if someone wants to do the same thing on any bike, at least you kind of know exactly what's going on. So here we go, straight to the point. We got the primary controller, right? Okay, so this comes with, there's a black wire. Where is it? So there's a black wire on the nitrous controller right here, right? This is a ground. I haven't ground the chassis. So it's on the other side of my subframe. You have the blue wire, which according to instructions, that's stage 1, red wire, stage 2. All right, so how I got mine wired up is one wire from the nitrous solenoid is coming to the stage 1 wire. And technically this is a ground wire. I don't know why I do it, but just think of this as negative. So it's a ground wire. On the other side, and I know I got this as ghetto rig, but I will pretty this up later. On the other side, you have the black wire, which attaches to this red wire because it's telling me it's positive, but this is going to pin 87, which is the top of your regular 4-pin automotive relay. That's what sends power to the nitrous solenoid to fire, right? Okay, so remember, we got black chassis ground or subframe ground, any motorcycle for that matter. Stage 1, one wire goes, this wire goes to one part of the solenoid because the solenoid comes with 2. So one for the solenoid, and then the other wire goes to the relay. All right, then you're gonna have this cluster of wires. You probably won't use them. I'm probably gonna cut these, but you're gonna have this other cluster of wires that you have to plug in, right? So quickly, my green wire is going to the tack that's on my ECU. That's just green. My blue and white wire is going to the TPS. Now I use a posi tap from the Power Commander, which I had extra, so I just used that because it's just way easier. But the blue and white wire, as you can see, I think you can see it, but that goes to your TPS. All right. There will be a black wire that's coming off this harness as well. That black wire is grounded to the other side of the subframe. This black wire is also a ground, but this is going to pin 85, which pin 85 and 86, they're swappable, but 85 is always for a 4-pin automotive relay, 85 is ground. Okay, now the yellow wire coming off the harness is a trigger output. Well, I have that on pin 86. And then last but not least, pin 30, which is at the bottom, that's fused all the way to the primary battery that I have. Okay, this is the secondary, this is the primary. Now what happens is, I know this is kind of rigged, but okay. So now I have my toggle switch. Now, coming off the harness, there's gonna be a white wire. And I know it's all jumbled up, but here's a white wire, right? This goes to one side of my toggle switch, and then the other side of the toggle switch receives power from a 12-volt switch source. And a 12-volt switch source is pretty much You turn your bike on, basically turn the key on. In my situation, I just hit the button, but turn the key on. Everything receives power, but the bike isn't started as of yet. So once that switch, if I cut this on, nothing happens. The bike is just on. Once I hit this switch, power comes through, turns on the controller, turns this on, and then now the system is technically armed. And then once I reach, I think I have it at 90% TPS because I don't have a micro switch. I set it up, like I said, the blue and white wire. So once the TPS sees a certain voltage, that tells the controller basically that I'm at 90% or above, and then it fires off the solenoid, which will spray the nitrous. So a demonstration of that is, you'll hear the relay click when I turn the bike on, but there's nothing happening. So that's the relay. It clicks. So now, screen is off, and like I said, it's in line with 12 volt switched power. Turn it on, the screen turns on. Now the whole entire system is armed. Now I don't have a nitrous bottle, I don't have any nitrous or anything to the solenoid, but as you can see, the screen says it's armed but is off. Once I reach 90% or better via voltage TPS, then it turns on. And you can see that it flashed on. So it's off, on. Now once I'm not spraying or I want to ride around and there's no problem, hit the switch, it turns everything off and everything is fine. And you just turn the bike off. Now I will test this, but again, I didn't have this when I was doing this. And like I said in previous videos, I'm always, like, I wire stuff, but it just takes me twice the amount of time because I procrastinate, and I hate using multimeter tool. I've just hate it. So I gotta think, hopefully that little whatever helps someone. I know it looks all jumbled up, and I'm sorry about that. I didn't pretty it up, but I figured while I had the wires, the colors and everything right then and there, like where everybody can see it, I figured that I would just do that. That way, if you buy this, whether you're built, stock, ZX10, Gixxer, whatever, as long as you know what wire is your TPS, where's your tack, where's this, where's that, you'll be fine. And now you can glance back at this and then you can kind of see, and even if it's a car, I think it's the same thing. All right, so before I button the system up and actually like tighten everything up, you gotta test the system, make sure it works, right? So, power on, and okay, so you make sure my bottle's on, which it is, and then hit the switch. That should arm everything. Now I assume as soon as I hit this purge, it's gonna do too much, but purge, god damn, well that works. Okay. Gotta love spray. And then the solenoid. And system unarmed. Turn it off, and we are in business. I know it's kind of a short video, but for those who are looking to do a small shot of nitrous to make their bikes faster, I wouldn't advise anybody to spray their bike stock. I mean, you can do it, obviously, but I mean, my bike, you know, this motor's built. So, but if you want to, this is the easiest, simplest way. Well, it's not so simple, but it's the easiest way to do it. So I didn't see this two-stage nitrous stuff online, and I figured, well, why not let the community know how to do it. And this is on a Busa, but of course, like, again, I outline the tack, the different color wires, follow the instructions, and it's really any bike for that matter, like, you can do it. So hopefully this helps. That helps somebody out there. I don't know if it's gonna help anybody, but I was thinking about it and I was like, you know, I'm always trying to at least share a little bit of information, especially when it gives me a problem. When I'm victorious, I gotta share it. So like, share, subscribe. Hope this helps somebody out there, because I really wish I would have had a video like this. It would have made things way easier. And I got to give props to, he always on my behind, Envied Racing, Mr. Kenneth, because he was the one who motivated me to stop procrastinating and then get it done. Peace.